Hey everyone, Allred from Krungus here, welcoming you to what is hopefully going to be a successful and new video series from the members of Krungus. We're wanting to reach out to our audience in some new cool ways, and we figured doing a video series would be one of the ways that we could do that. And so yeah, that's what we're going to do. So whether it's, talking about our instruments and gear, reviewing new albums, going over classic albums, Q&As, live rehearsals, whatever it is, it's going to be cool, it's going to be fun. And it's going to be two things, metal and Krungus. We're going to have Krungus fungus, if you will. So, we're going to get into that with this inaugural pilot episode, if you will, with a classic unboxing. You know what this is? This, my friends, is the fully authorized official biography of Chuck Schuldiner. That's right. It's Born Human, The Life and Music of Chuck Schuldiner by David E. Gehlke. If you're familiar with David E. Gehlke, he's written some good books in collaboration with Decibel magazines. He used to write for Metal Maniacs magazine back in the day. The Obituary story, Turned Inside Out, David E. Gehlke killed it on that one. You got the Scott Burns sessions. David E. Gehlke killed it on that one. And he did the No Celebration, the Paradise Lost story. Very cool stuff right there. If you're not familiar with the books that Decibel Magazines does, man, you should get familiar with them. They got the freaking Choosing Death, the history of death metal right there for you. They got, the story of immolation right there for you. What is that? Into Everlasting Fire. Very cool stuff right there. So yeah, very, very cool stuff. But if you know me, I am a big fan of Death. I go way back with them. They're one of my favorite all-time bands. I was around when they were putting albums out. I've seen them live a few times back in the day. Even right behind me here, I got a framed Death, collage going that's got a playlist from one of the shows I saw from 30 years ago. So, Death is something that I hold very close to my heart. And I'm excited for this book. I want to rip into it. Had it on pre-order for a couple months. Got it in the mail yesterday. Just been busy. Haven't got to rip into it yet. But I thought this would be a great time to go ahead and do so and make a cool video and start out some fun times and hopefully do so and spread the word of Krungus as well. A little bit of cheer, a little Krungus metal cheer as we talk about all sorts of great stuff. So anyway, though, let's go ahead and get into this bad boy. Let's open this up. Let's look at it. Let's show you and then wrap up this video. You ready? Yeah, let's do it. Before we do so, we can get me a little drink here. I want to shout out to Pondaseta Brewery here in Amarillo, Texas, just because, they got some Sky Pie Porter back in. Oh, man, if you like vanilla, pecan, and dark beer, this is where it's at. But anyway. That's the shit. But let's go ahead, unbox this bad boy right here. Oh, yeah, that worked pretty good. We're going to tear into this bad boy, do some cutting here's. Cutting here's. Ooh. Close that knife so don't cut me little digits here. But ooh, look at this. Look at this. Oh man. Rip into this bad boy right here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh wow. Let me look at that. I'll show you bastards in a second. Hold on. Oh, yeah, dude. This is nice. Yeah, I'm one of them weirdos that smells books, man. There is nothing better than, man, fresh pages and ink. Yeah, buddy. Simple packaging right there, but always sturdy. Got to appreciate that from Decibel. Throw that out of the way there. But, man, look at that, guys. Can y'all see that? Get that light off that a little bit. Look at this. That is badass, is it not? Look at that. Born Human, The Life and Music of Death, Chuck Schuldiner. David E. Gehlke, forward by Ian Christie. A lot of you guys know Ian Christie from Liquid Metal and some of the Metal Maniacs and books that Ian Christie has written as well. Awesome stuff right here. Look at this, man. Look at the colors of that. Got that great purple in there. Pinkish, I say purple, pinkish purple. Very much more pink, but that leprosy color in there. Great artwork. Ed Repka artwork. If you don't know who Ed Repka is, then man, where you been? He did Scream Bloody Gore. He did Spiritual Healing. He did Leprosy. Of course, Everybody knows him from lots of his work, but lots of his work with Megadeth. I mean, dude was the 80s freaking phenom as far as cover artists go. So yeah, cool original artwork from Ed Repka. Look at this, 500 pages of authorized story in here. We got 32 pages of color photographs. I mean, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, yeah. Let me flip through some of these color photographs and so you can see some coolness here. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, look, just different photographs, some behind the scenes photographs. Everybody, oh, look at this. Chuck as a baby. Yeah. But man, look at this, 500 pages. Ooh, crisp. Look at that. Bam. On the back there. It says a visionary whose groundbreaking recorded output earned him the title of Godfather of Death Metal. Chuck Schuldiner is one of the most influential figures in heavy metal history. Chuck channeled a tragic childhood into music that was brutal, technical, melodic, and progressive, making his band Death a leader within the metal underground and throughout the 1980s and 90s. His uncompromising approach was accompanied by an often tumultuous relationship with bandmates, the music industry, and the press at large. Man. Very cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. Like I said, 500 pages, 32 pages of color photographs. Freaking, man, I mean, this is cool, my friends. This is very, very, very cool. I don't know what else to show you. It's, man, let me flip through here. Look at this. Look at this cool stuff. Look at this right here. Original letters pinned from Chuck. Dude, lots of coolness is going to be found in this book. Lots of coolness. Man, you guys, this is the way to take in some cool stuff. We live in this digital age where all we do is stuff like I'm doing right now, videos and scrolling and just all that. But man, get your hands on some good old-fashioned paper, some hardback books, smell it, hold it, take it in, read it, live it, love it, my friends. This is cool stuff right here. Decibel magazines, $39.95, $40 for a kick-ass book. Man, dudes, you want it. You definitely need to check this out. I am excited to start tearing into this. It's in great shape. Besides just looking good, it's in great shape. Sometimes you wonder if stuff that you order is gonna get all beat to hell and everything. But man, I gotta say, Decibel's always delivered some good quality stuff. Nothing tore up here. Corners are proper. Everything looks great. Look how beautiful that is. That is beautiful. Yes. Look at that. Let me really get in there. Check that out, dude. Let me get my face out of here. Oh, it's badass, ain't it? Yes, it is. Yeah. All right, my friends. Well, I think I've taken up enough of your time here, but like I said, we're going to be doing some cool videos. The other ones aren't just going to feature me. We're going to have all the members of Krungus doing some stuff. We may have some individual ones by themselves at certain times, and then all of the whole group going off on some different things. We're going to have a good time. So like I said, Krungus Fungus. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for enjoying this. You guys, you know what to do. Have a drink, have a smoke, throw some metal on, read a book, for God's sakes. Anyway, I'm out, guys. You have a great one.